Good morning. Let's just wait a couple of seconds as the wonderful Facebook notifies everybody. By the way, if you're interested in listening to these live at 5:55 fives, make sure you click receive notifications, because Facebook actually send you a really groovy notification now when I'm live on video. I can see someone has joined me now, so that means the notifications have gone out. Good morning, Emma. Good morning. You just caught me in the middle of doing my shuffle because I have this topic that I'm talking about today, which is how to know when you are out of alignment and not on purpose. And I've kind of done this mad thing this morning about getting myself sorted and getting back on purpose and getting in alignment. And one of the things that I haven't done in a really, really long time is just get present and have a just get present and connect, and sometimes give myself a little hidden message from in here. Hey, good morning, Susan. How you going? So this is, you know how this last week, all of the topics that I've talked about, I don't know how that works. Well, I do know how that works. The universe has led me all to this video today because it's just crazy. It's just crazy. Anyway, I've got to stay on track, and I think I'm forfeiting my Tattinger today because I don't know how I'm going to keep this under 5 minutes. So, yeah, we're going to talk about how to determine when you're out of alignment and not on purpose. You know, life gets really, really busy and we get the plans in and then we go, okay, let's go. And we start doing, and then we miss that deadline and then we've got to catch up with that deadline and then we do. So, got it. I completely understand. So how do we not waste time being out of alignment? That was one of the biggest things for me. Was in the past, whenever I was out of alignment, I was out of alignment for a freaking long time, and I wanted that process to speed up, and I'm happy to say that I'm pretty good at it now. So when I'm out of alignment, I think it depends on what it is, but I want to share a story with you because funny enough, it all happened this week while I've been talking about this stuff. It's happened to me. I read an article yesterday about the importance of storytelling when you're talking about things. So here we go. I'm going to tell you a little story, children. This week has been an incredible week. I've loved doing these 5 at 5:55s. It's actually brought me back into alignment. Funny that. And brought me this great sense of focus and clarity. I'm in the process of launching a program, and for the first time ever, I'm going through that whole launch phase and launch cycle, which is really exciting. And I'm learning all of these fabulous, wonderful new things about how things work and why the audience sees that and why people read that. And it's been great, and it's got me really clear. Oh, Paraguay. Hello there, Mario. Hi. It's got me really excited about the purpose that I'm connected to and the difference and the impact that I'm going to make in people's lives. So everything's been running along pretty smoothly, and then all of a sudden a couple of weeks ago, one of the things I had to do was create an opt-in for my audience. Failed twice. Oh, I need to correct my own words. Learnt twice. Learnt twice that those 2 opt-ins weren't working. Came up with the 3rd opt-in just last week, which is got it and hitting the nail on the head. However, what it's done to my schedule is it's pushed everything out because I'm now 4 weeks behind with building my audience. So yesterday I kind of hit this wall and I went, hang on, how's this gonna work? Got in touch and got in communication. This is a really important thing, is don't sit there thinking. Get in communication with people and people involved in it straight away. Got into communication with my marketing person, and we chatted through a few things, changed a few things, tweak, and then left that, and I started doing my writing, and I was in complete flow. So I've written my emails, I've written my story, I'm writing, typing, and then writing, typing, and then the internet crashed. So we live in inner city Brisbane, and the internet doesn't very often crash, but it stopped, and I'm going, what? Where are we? You know, it's 7 o'clock at night. What? Okay, so I checked everything, turned the modem on and off, got everybody else online. Was everybody else online? No. Was Foxtel working? No. Was the Netflix thing working? No. Oh, okay, we're really offline. So that was the universe saying to me, I get you're in flow, but you just need to stop right now. Now, this used to happen in the form of a car accident or a health issue or something, where the universe kind of had to smack me with a really big thing to go, hey, Stop. Listen. Listen and feel. Stop thinking. Listen and feel. And you know what? That is what happened this week. I was just in thinking all week long, and I was not feeling at all. So then this happened. Woke up this morning. I wake up really early. Woke up at 3:30, I think it was, and Jonathan goes, oh, and I went, I can't go back to sleep now. And he goes, why? And I said, got something on my mind. I need to talk it out. It's all right. I just need to talk it out. Everything's fine. It's about the online program. And he goes, okay, right, we'll talk about that in the morning. So then that was sorted. So I actually drifted off back to sleep. When I drifted off back to sleep, I had a dream about waves. Big crashing waves, murky, muddy waves. So it was all clear at the beginning, and then these big murky, muddy waves. And the further I went away up the beach, the bigger these waves were grabbing me. And so I have a Dream Moods app on my phone. I woke up and I went, oh my God, waves. And it's in the dream, all my technology's on. The dream was you be careful with the decision that you are about to make. So make no mistake, when you are in tune, I call it in tune and turned on, when you've got yourself turned on and you're listening and you're feeling, the signs are there. So I can hear and I can feel the universe saying to me today, you know what, just stop. You need to get some perspective here, zoom out for a bit. So that's what I'm doing today. I had this plan that I'd be down here writing, typing. And today I'm going, okay, let's just take a step back and connect and see what's possible. And how do I do that? So in the face of uncertainty, because that's kind of how I'm feeling right now, as I'm going, ooh, this doesn't feel certain. This feels uncertain. I will actually ask for clarity. And so when I say ask for clarity, I don't go around knocking on people's doors going, hi, have you got some clarity for me? It's not that. It's, oh, here, look at this. Can you see that? Clarity. This is one of my favorite oils. I put it on before I do my 555s. So I ask for clarity. So I will go and ground myself, Susan. I will go and put my feet out on the ground with a little bit of this to you know, speed up the process and ask for clarity. And I know without a doubt that there will be something that pops into my head, something that pops into my head about what's required next. I just need to back off from the plan for a moment. And as exciting and as wonderful as the plan is, there's something there that I don't know about yet, but there's something there that needs to be dealt with. So I didn't even put the timer on because I knew this was going to be 8 minutes. There we go. We're up to 8 minutes. I knew this was going to be a big one. So I just, and the other things, the signs. So, hair on my mouth. How did that come right there? So, my point about all of this is the more in tune you are, the more grounded you are, the more connected you are, the faster the learning process is. So if I think about the last 16 years of my life, where, it was like going through the mud and going through the sludge because I wasn't listening. I wasn't listening to the time where I had this job, right? I had this job. It took me 40 minutes to drive there. I had to take my kids to early childcare, which I hated. Went to the job. The job was great. I loved the job, but it was 40 minutes away through peak hour traffic. And then when it got to the point where I was ready to go into this business and really kick it off and really get started with it, the funniest things started to happen. I was I was waiting at traffic lights and a car smacked into the back end of me. And I went, why did that happen? And then the second thing that happened was in the area that I worked in, there was some mad, this sounds crazy, but there was some mad gunman on the loose and we all had to lock the office doors. And I'm going, okay, hang on, the vibe up here is not very good anymore. And they were big, big signs for me to say the vibe up there is not good anymore. Go back and get into alignment and get on purpose. So listen to those things, feel those things. This one for me this time has been a real feeling thing where I connect. There's part of me wanted to go into disappointment that I haven't stuck to the schedule. Because, and that's all my growing up beliefs of, you've got to do as you're told and all that crap, which I'll have to sort that out. But there was this disappointment of not being on time. And it's not about being on time. It's about being in tune. So as soon as we can let go of being on time and the deadlines and be flexible, I think that's a massive indication for knowing that you are on purpose. Is the rigidity of sticking to something dissipates. So you are actually in this place, and like we talked about the other day, in this place of flow. Hey Emma, you just said, I don't feel enough. What do you mean by I don't feel enough? You know, one of the other signs that came up yesterday morning, Jonathan and I were having our coffee on the deck, and I said, oh God, everything just feels so heavy right now. I'm watching on Facebook a couple of social interactions between people that they're just despicable, actually. To people, and then there's two companies that or two bloggers that I can see it unfolding. It's just icky and horrible and yuck. And then there was obviously the very sad Dreamworld tragedy. Then only a couple of weeks ago there was the tragedy here in Brisbane where the guys were in the pit and the concrete slabs fell on top of them. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. And then there was something else happened overseas. I can't remember what it was, but it just in this I feel October, and I feel like October has just gone by. Where did that go? Hang on a second. It was September, now it's November. Something is happening. Energetically, something is happening. So I was having this conversation with Jonathan, and we were going, yeah, you know, remember Elizabeth Peru, who talks about the energy in space, I guess, and cosmology, maybe. She wrote at the beginning of the year that October was a massive clearing and a big clearing out month. And so I reminded myself yesterday of that. We were talking about that conversation. And then last night, while I was having this little thought process, this little workshop with myself, I got her alert that her newsletter was out, and she was talking about these next few days and what's happening, and it's massive. So, and you know what she also said? The next few days is where you need to get back to quiet reflection and meditate and get back to soul. So I have received so many signs that I just need to walk away from my office today and get back into alignment. And all those tools I talked about in the video yesterday are the things that I'll be doing. Plus I'm going out for a girly lunch, which will be great. Okay, Emma, I don't feel my feelings enough. Okay, I'm constantly searching for the signs or answers, but I don't think I stopped to feel enough. Okay, so for me, I'm just trying to think what happened. So obviously you know you're not feeling. So if you're not feeling, you know that you're thinking. Does that make sense? So if you stop thinking and just quiet your mind, and this takes practice, and I hope that my conversations here with you help you speed this process up. But it's about getting quiet and present to intuition. Everybody has a gut feeling. So if you totally think way too much, you can totally feel way too much. There's always contrast. By the way, this is why I have now gone black and white. So see, black and white up the back there, black and white wallet, to remind me always that there's contrast, so that when I'm feeling this way, there is always this way. So knowing, that's awesome. Knowing that you totally think way too much, you now know that it's possible to feel way too much, or to feel or to have intuition way too much. Irene doesn't let me stop thinking. We're going to have to tell Irene to just go off on a holiday. And just tell Irene to go away on a holiday. So the thinking, you know that book I showed yesterday? Oh yeah, The Artist's Way. It's actually, excuse me for one moment, that she's actually got a workbook as well. And that was one of the best ways to actually stop myself from thinking. I'm not saying don't think at all. Of course there is a place for thought and thinking. But while we're in this retraining phase and getting ourselves back to soul, it's really important to use as many tools as we can. So this one, I'm just trying to think. I just saw your message there. Sorry, I just had a pause. This may be a really good book for you to get started, or even if you don't want to, invest in the book at the moment, the conscious streaming pages. God, I wish I kept mine. I've got these little KKK books. One moment, please. Can you see these? So they're just little tiny bookies. And in here, this is one of my new ones. So in here, they're just blank. But I I do 3 pages. So three of those pages. I've started something in that one. I haven't got one there to show you. But my first ones were, oh, this is bullshit. Why, with my purple pen. This is bullshit. Why am I writing this? Who would think of this stupid idea? What do you mean we've got to write blah, 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 blah. Well, all right then. Michelle. Like it was just, I was such a dick about it. But what is that voice? That voice is ego saying, don't go to Seoul. Don't go to Seoul. You break, don't do that. Don't do that. And the idea of conscious streaming is you don't take your hand off the page. So page, pen, and everything that comes, you just write. And this is about getting yourself to flow. So when you're writing, don't correct. Don't do capitals. Don't do full stops. Don't go back and do commas. Scroll it. It's not necessary for you to go back and read it. If it is, I always get a message that goes, write better. This one's important. So then I've got scroll, and then I've got actual pages through my book where things, it's amazing. I promise you that will be a really good way for you to start to get back into your intuition. Emma, you've said there, maybe that's what you're worried about, too much intuition. I don't think you can have too much intuition. If you think about intuition and what intuition is, don't we all want loads and loads of it? Life is easy when we're intuitive. And I can say that from personal experience. I can say that, it's taken me less than 12 hours to process what I needed to process. That kind of stuff used to take me 12 months. So by being in tune, switched in and turned on, whatever, tuned in and turned on, by being tuned in and turned on, I've sped up the process. So I haven't wasted 12 months of my life going, oh, I'm so stuck in, I'm not getting this, and I'm thinking too much, and da-da-da-da. I sped it up. So it was 11 months, and then I sped it up. So it was 10, and then I sped it up. So it just keeps speeding up the process in order to be able to process something in 12 hours. So I could have yesterday gone into a complete funk about it and just gone, oh my God, this isn't going to work. I've invested so much money. I've paid this marketing person. I've done this and I've done that, and my Facebook page and my website, blah, 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 blah. And I could have created a fight with Jonathan. I could have been a grumpy mom. I could have cancelled my lunch appointment today. I could have done all of these things if I was in thinking. Does that make sense? So if I was in thinking, that's where I could have gone. Whereas this morning, I'm going, right, okay, so what next? What else is possible? I have not entertained the thought until just then about costs and pricing and deadlines and timing. One of the other projects I'm working on at the moment is a yearly planner, which, it's October 2016 and it's not completed yet. And you know why it's not completed yet? Because I've tuned in and turned on and not forced it. So I was in force, ready to get it to a printer by August. And I knew intuitively that it wasn't going to be what I loved. So I just said to everybody, it's not ready yet. Did anybody not talk to me anymore? No, they didn't. So we're also October 2016 and I've got another probably week's worth of work to do on it. I would not have loved my diary as much if I hadn't have had these conversations this week, because these conversations are all going in the planner. So because I backed off from the deadline and backed off from the right thing and created and tuned in to the live at 5:55, these 5 topics are now going to be in the workbook that comes with the planner. So I didn't think that 2 weeks ago, a month ago, when I was creating the planner, but now I get goosebumps. Goosebumps are my indicator for when I'm on track. Goosebumps are, not goosebumps, planners. So the planner is now going to be something that I'm completely in love with. and that I can't wait for people to get their hands on, rather than quick, shit, got to get that happening, get it out the door, let's go now. So when you back off and back away from the timelines, the tight schedule, and just pull yourself back a bit and almost imagine yourself, sometimes I imagine my soul or my spirit or whatever it is you like to call it, actually stepping out of my body for a moment and zooming out and having a look and going, right, what's going on here? So maybe that's another way that you can just zoom out and go, hey, Emma, are you watching yourself doing that? Are you happy with that? You want to do it a different way? That's something sometimes what I do. Anyway, oh my God, 15 minutes! So it was 3 lots of 5 at 5:55. I bet you Doreen Virtue has a number for that one. Oh, my cards. So this fell out of the pack when I opened the pack. I have not looked at my beautiful cards. I'll just show you again for those who are tuning in. I have not looked at my beautiful cards for ages. Oh my God. Ages and ages. So the one that fell out of the card pack. Prosperity. I know, the universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. Hey, baby. Yeah, I'm open to receiving. Oh yeah, I think I can have the bottle of Tangerine. I'll just get another one for next week. So asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. This is what this card is, right? So this is for all of you, because when I drew this card, I went, okay, what do I need to convey as your channel and your conduit, universe, divine intelligence? Excuse me. Asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. You are very powerful, and I'm here to support your growing power. Yes, I am. I am here to support your growing power. Oh, and so she. It's right for you to receive this help as we function as a team. I've heard your prayers, worries, and affirmations. I'm pouring my cornucopia of prosperity upon you now. So expect unforeseen windfalls and visions. Unforeseen windfalls and gifts. Notice the new ideas, feelings, and visions within you. This guidance gives you clear direction about actions to take in conjunction with my assistance. Together we're unstoppable. Wow, I needed that for what I'm dealing with. Be open to receiving. You have nothing to worry about. Your new venture will be financially successful. Visualize and affirm abundance. Abundance comes to you in many ways, including extra time, support, and ideas. And that's the thing with abundance. I think people get a bit fixated on abundance has to be money. Abundance of time, abundance of energy, abundance of friends. So the abundance can be anything. And then the one that I picked was this one, cycles and rhythms. Honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. And that's what I'm doing today. I'm honoring the cycles of me. And I just know that when I do this 5:55 on Monday, I'm going to have some amazing topic to share with you. And yeah, so I'm still excited about my online program. Don't get me wrong, it's still going to be happening. When, where, how, not sure. But stay tuned. So if you're really enjoying my live at 5s for 5:55, whatever. Oh my goodness, I've got to get that right if I'm going to be a professional. Yeah, post in these comments anything that you want me to talk about. I'm happy to address any particular thing that's going on for you, where you might feel lost or where you feel confused. Yes, it's in relation to money, but money is all about living a rich life, right? So we're living a rich life from here, and then our abundance and prosperity is there. Okay? Have a great weekend if I don't talk to you beforehand, and I'll see you. Will I? See you on Monday. I'll get back to you on that. Bye for now.